Right, it's working now. I've just been setting up my camera for about 5 minutes figuring out why it looks so blurry and weird, but it's on some weird setting with the letter M, so I don't know what that means, but it's now back onto the standard setting, so all is good. Right, guys, it's 9:45 right now. Not long woke up, had a shower, brushed my teeth, all of that stuff. Actually no, that's a lie, I haven't brushed my teeth, I need to go and do that. Just gonna have some food and then off to my posing session with Romane. So gonna have 1 serving of this, so 5 grams of creatine, which I have in my shake usually, but obviously it being a weekend I don't have my shake, so just gonna bung it in just a bottle of water that I found lying around. That was mine, don't worry, I'm not just taking someone else's, some lurgies from someone else. And then I'm back on the bagel hype, and I've got a ham and cheese bagel once again, toasted with it all squished together so the cheese kind of goes nice and soft at the bottom there. So that's what I'm doing right now. So probably gonna eat this, brush my teeth, all of that, and then leave to head to the gym. Right guys, so you would have just seen a few clips there of me posing with Romane, and yeah, the session went really well. Got there at 10:30, I run for an hour. I definitely picked up a lot of new pointers for my posing, but he also gave me some other bits of advice for just with like competing, so which federations are best for if I ever want to become a pro, which obviously at this point I don't really know. This is just a kind of test run. I want to test myself, challenge myself, which is part of the reason why I'm doing it without a coach and like a personal trainer there the whole time, like a prep coach. I just want to see how I can get on with it. Obviously I've gone and I've done this today, but that's because I feel like this is the one thing that I can't really self-teach. Like, if I had a coach it would obviously help a lot with everything else too, but I feel like getting experience from someone that's competed a lot of times, not sure how many times exactly, I think he said 16 or 17, which is a lot. He's definitely got a lot of experience behind him. Great guy. Yeah, so if you guys are wondering where I found him, I actually found him on Instagram. So honestly, social media is just like a crazy way of like meeting people and finding people like this that you can book a session with as easy as that and just go meet them at a gym quite nearby. So yeah, his name is Romane Lanceford. I'll actually put his Instagram down below and his YouTube channel, because he's also got a YouTube channel. I think he actually shares it with his fiance. So yeah, it was definitely worth going and doing. I feel a lot more knowledgeable with regards to posing, so I think now it's just a case of working on it, correcting the mistakes. I actually got some vlog footage on here which you guys obviously would have seen in a previous clip, so I'm just going to keep referring back to that with my transitions, foot placement, all that kind of stuff, the T-walk, the mandatory poses, because there's a lot that goes into it, but I've still got a few weeks left to keep practicing with that. So right now I actually just stopped outside of Tesco because I need to, one, get food because I'm very hungry, only had the bagel in the morning and it's been like 2 hours since then. So yeah, I picked up a meal deal. I actually went a bit risky and got some pop chips. Usually with like meal deal I'd always go for like Walker's baked crisps. So I went for salt and vinegar pop chips because they're lower in calories. That was the main reason, so I want to try them, see if they're actually any good. And then I need to go get my haircut. Show us your skills. This is Jasmine trying to learn Korean.
Stop.
She loves K-pop so much that she's actually trying to learn the language. So yeah, K-dramas. If you didn't know existed, on Netflix there's drama TV shows from Korea, which I suppose is fairly normal because it's not like UK and USA are the only places that have it. But yeah, she's learned the language so that one day she can abandon me, run off to Korea and find one of these boys from BTS that she's so in love with. Which one's your favourite?
Jin.
Jin. Which roughly translates to not Ben. We just filled up the vehicle. Funny story, although it's not very funny, but Jasmine was there also. I have to check the pump very clearly every time because my car's diesel, and this one time I put petrol on it, which wasn't wise because it started to make weird noises and like shake about. But yeah, I learned my lesson. So every single time I fill up now I have to like check it 10 times before lifting my nozzle. One note. That's some fine placing that you're doing. Okay, so I'm trying to play macro catch up right now because I haven't eaten much today and it's now 9 PM, so I need to complete my macros, which is kind of good because I haven't really been feeling too hungry because of that until the last hour or so. So at the moment I've got Jasmine in the back cooking me some beef, which I'm going to have with mash, which is in the microwave at the moment, and probably one protein shake. So that's how I'm going to finish my macros today, and yeah, that's the end of today. So I'll see you guys probably tomorrow morning. Ladies first. It's very wet and rainy. We're on our way out of the house going to see Annabelle at the cinema. I think it's Annabelle Creation. It's like the origin story of how the doll got possessed. So we'll let you know if it's any good. It's currently like 6:30, so afterwards I think we're going to go get a cheeky Nando's. So looking forward to that. And yeah, just looking forward to the film. We've kind of devised a little sneaky plan of getting the snacks into the cinema, because I don't know if they care anymore, but they used to care if you took sweets in there, which is a bit cheap and a bit tight, but we've got our snackies and we're gonna try and sneak them in. I look so bald. My little Jedward haircut. Hi guys, just got out of the cinema. Review of the film. I'd say it was probably the best one out of the 3. I think there's 3 of them, the animal films. There was a nice little Easter egg at the end that Jasmine particularly liked, but we're not going to spoil anything. Overall, I'd say probably like an 8. What'd you give it?
8.5.
Oh, an 8.5. Gets an 8.5. Yeah, it's definitely worth watching though. It wasn't like crap, or when it was crap because it was so like cliche horror, it was still good. Like Jasmine was just saying when we were on our way out that you hate the fact that there's so many like idiots in it that, you know, like they run towards the dark corner to hide, like what are you doing? Or like they hear a noise and they think, oh, I'm gonna go investigate, and then they get killed. But yeah, it was a good film and I'd definitely go check it out. So we're now gonna go eat, and yeah, can't wait for my chicken. Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another workout commentary. So I was hitting arms here, similar to the last video where I showed you my chest workout. This is the other side of the workout. So my split as it is currently, I've got chest and arms, I've got back and shoulders on the second day, and then I've got legs paired with abs on the third day, and then I literally just repeat that same kind of number of exercises for each muscle group. And yeah, so whenever I'm doing arms, what I tend to do is 2 to 3 exercises for my triceps, and then at least 2 for my biceps, and I guess again 2 to 3. The reason I say 2 to 3 is because when it comes to the triceps there's 3 heads, and when it comes to the biceps there's 2 heads. So I like to kind of make sure that I'm hitting every muscle group by following that kind of order of things. So if I'm hitting back because there's your lats, because there's your traps, your upper traps as well, just like all these different areas, can't hit all at once. I try to decide on how many sets and how many exercises to do in each workout by that. So yeah, in this workout in particular I did 3 for triceps. So the first one there was just standard rope extensions. I then did some kickbacks with the cable, which I would say is better than doing it with the dumbbell, because you got that added tension that is constant throughout the exercise, because you've always got that cable pulling you. Even when you're at the lowest point of the movement, you've still got the cable pulling you back. Whereas with a dumbbell, the more you lower the weight, even if you're resisting it, the tension will become less and less, and then it's really just going to be you hanging it there, and nothing's actually pulling the muscle apart anymore. So definitely recommend using cables equally, or maybe even more than free weights. For biceps here I did 2 different types of exercises. First of all I did a unilateral movement, so hitting each side individually, but also doing them both at the same time, just to keep things quite quick, because if you were to literally just do one at a time, one singular arm dumbbell curl, then it would obviously take twice as long to complete one set, because you're doing each side on its own, one at a time. But yeah, I did hammer grip for those. I like to keep my hand right at the top of the dumbbell, because I feel it puts more tension on my bicep. Then moved on to just standard bicep curls with the barbell, keeping your elbows in place, keeping that pivot point for literally every one of these arm exercises here, and focusing on working the muscle more than anything else. So form over weight is what I always go through my workouts by, and that seems to work for me. So hope this helped you guys a little bit. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the video as well, and once again I'll see you guys in the next video.